Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. Me, bring it on.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's continue exploring Thassera. Blacksmith has somehow managed to forge shells and casings. These do not belong on a feudal world. There's no doubt as to what they are. That's interesting. Judging by his attire, the man was of high social standing. Someone has carefully and skillfully peeled the skin off his face.
I always keep my options open.
The Materium Shroud. The Cyber Raven gains plus 15 willpower. Enemies affected by a relayed psychic power must pass an agility resistance test or become slowed. If the enemy is already slowed, it must pass an agility resistance test with a plus 20 bonus or become immobilized. Targets immune to immobilized suffer warp damage equal to 5% of maximum wounds. Who's there? Is that the Celestial Lord himself? You shouldn't have come here. That's an interesting warning.
Compared to naval
Rise
service,
to the top,
that was
or get
barely
left
a
in the
challenge.
dust.
Check this out. Reporting failure.
Well, try again. Ebonite Sword. A target hit with this sword suffer a number of static charge stacks equal to damage dealt by the attack. When a creature with those stacks is killed, all creatures adjacent to it, except the wielder, suffer shock damage equal to the number of static charge stacks. That is the generic sword description. Interesting. And Claustrophobia. Cyber Eagle gains plus 10 perception and deals 150% more damage. The Cyber Eagle gains plus 16% dodge against the obstructed enemy's melee attacks. The Cyber Eagle dodges the obstructed enemy's melee attack. The enemy immediately hits its random adjacent ally using the lowest AP cost attack, scoring a guaranteed critical hit. That seems really good.
I always have a backup plan.
I could be wrong, but it sounds good. So we gone this way. And this path did divert here, going further up, so let's go this way first. They may lead to the same spot, but this is, seems more like a back path.
Is there money to be made?
An elevator taking us back down.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Tiny lights are hopping around the gilded plate. The lady squashes the insects with a small golden hammer, only for more of them to drop from her coiffed hair and into her food. Alright, let's not go over there yet. That looks important. You notice a veritable mountain of leftovers under the table. The guests have been tossing scraps onto the floor without thought. Wonder why that is.
Let us not dawdle.
Something not right about number 4. It doesn't know commands, just does whatever it wants. So locked it up to keep it out of trouble, Your Celestial Highness. Protective Instinct. The Cybermastiff deals 150% more damage. Whenever its protected ally dodges or parries an attack, Cybermastiff gains plus 16 temporary wounds and deals 10% more damage for 1 round. Does not stack. Protect can be used multiple times per turn. Each subsequent use in a round increases its cost by plus 1 AP. Is that better than what he currently has? Lose weapon skill, but you deal more damage. I have to remember to use Protect instead of Apprehend.
I have learned much in my exile.
Salivating profusely, the Laceraxes watch the food disappear into people's throats. Judging by their protruding ribs, beasts have not been properly fed in some time. This Lacerax's augmetics are just as rusty and in sore need of service, but the creature looks far worse than the rest. Gaunt and weak, almost miserable, the beast looks up at you with glazed eyes as you approach. On the door, you notice a scrawled sign that reads, Animal number 4, don't feed, or don't feed. The same number is burned into the skin of the Lacerax. Examine the Lacerax. You look over the Lacerax, but see nothing that could explain its strange behavior. I've seen Gledo convulse like that when his augmetics were malfunctioning, Salamorn says, then adds with sudden anger. I doubt the local halfwits have the first clue about maintaining implants. They should have stuck to shovels and left the beast alone. Unlock the cage. The antiquated lock proves more of a challenge than you thought. You struggle with the cylindrical mechanism for a long while, before abandoning your hopeless endeavor. Yeah, we'll kill him and put him out of his misery. Sorry, buddy. The carcass slumps heavily to the floor. The creature's torment has ended.
An expected result.
The Chronicle of Fates, page 7875. The Chronicles of Fate by Gregorius Fault. Chapter 406. I am impure, and my body is impure. Vital fluids not my own are stirring within me, as though wood-boring beetles are digging their filthy tunnels through my frame. I must destroy this vice. I must squeeze it out. It is customary to replace an old vessel. I've replaced my rotten cage with chambers of gold. Yet, I still feel filthy. For if the contents are spoilt and not merely the shell, then what can be done to achieve redemption? My face is burning. A borrowed face. A weak face. I must take off the fetters of my skin, and cleanse its inner side of vice. Take it away, O Emperor. Take it away and give me a new cage.
I always keep my options open.
Judging by the deep scratches, there used to be a makeshift bridge here. You put something in its place, you can try to cross to the next roof. The rusted sheet of iron could easily reach the other side of the roof, but is unlikely to hold a person's weight. There's no doubt that this piece of iron is sturdy enough, but it is woefully short for a bridge.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Despite the gaps, the metal lattice looks both sturdy and long enough.
Over there. Not a problem for a proctor.
Oh, another trap. Assault armor. Whenever the wearer starts their turn with no enemies in a 3-cell radius, they gain plus 4 MP, do not provoke attacks of opportunity this turn. Base armor property, plus 10% armor if the wearer starts their turn with at least one enemy within a 3-cell radius. Interesting.
I'm at your service.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Let's patch you up.
I must. Thank you.
Keep your wits about you.
Also, I think I missed something back down here. There's that icon with like the claw? Yeah. Oh, that means it's for gladed. Oh, cool. First time we've seen that, I think. Bloody Sacrament. Hello there, Power Hammer. Area attacks with the small create a smoke cloud. All creatures that enter that area must pass toughness, strength, and willpower resistance tests with a minus 45 penalty. On a failed toughness test, the target becomes blinded for 2 rounds. On a failed strength test, slowed for 2 rounds. On a failed willpower test, disturbed for 2 rounds. Well, I'll be. And it does, well, it does less damage. Max damage. We'll give it a
Is
shot.
there money to be made?
Glad I came back for that. You see a man with a cruel grimace on his face and hands disfigured with burn marks. Behind him stands a ghastly-looking mechanism adorned with a polished skull of gigantic proportions. The eye sockets, their edges melted, gaze darkly at the crowd with the promise of inevitable punishment. The man, clearly the executioner, bows his head. The very messengers of the sky have come to decide our fate. We are honored, your celestial highness. Who are you? I am Tadawa the Scorched, a slaughterman of the 5th generation, and a humble disciple of the Iron Saint you see before you, your celestial highness. Master Tadawa knows no mercy. His hand is unfailingly firm in the sacred cause of administering justice. Maeve is careful to keep her posture straight, but her frightened gaze is deliberately averted from both the executioner and the mechanism behind him. What is that structure? This instrument of punishment is a personification of the great Phesmophorius the Martyred, who accomplished a legendary feat of slaying 300 heretics. As is glorious tradition, all mutants who affront the Emperor's gaze and stain the face of Thassera must enter the Saint's iron embrace. Whenever justice is served, hundreds flock to the Phesmophorius, eager to witness the magnificent spectacle. You've just confessed that your semblance of justice serves not as a demonstration of lawful authority and deterrence to your subjects, but as entertainment. Solomon utters the last word with disgust, as if there could be no fouler profanity. Heinrich arches an eyebrow as he gazes at the Iron Giant. This is one of those worlds where public execution forms part of the sacred edification of the crowd. And yet, from the description, it sounds like the people are not learning from what they see, but rather are perversely enjoying it instead. Who's inside right now? Another heretic who violated the holy laws of Thassera. As his body is already turning to ash, such will be the fate of his name as well. Be scattered to the winds, that it may never again defile the lips of any who live upon our sacred world. Never again defile the lips. Maeve looks ready to faint. She seems both terrified and nauseated by the sacred rite that has drawn on so many onlookers. The law of the Imperium punishes those who deserve it. Was that the last of the accused for the day? That was but one of the first bodies set to stoke the Phesmophorius. It is going to get a lot busier now. As if to confirm the man's words, the fire-breathing saint expels a puff of acrid smoke. While the guilty are being reduced to ashes, let us meet the next participants in our performance. Two people, or something resembling people, are pushed onto the stage. They are mutants, hideous parodies of humanity forever tainted by the imperfections of the flesh. One of them is dressed in stained yet expensive clothes. The other wears the tattered uniform of the local guards. Your Celestial Highness, behold, two loathsome heretics who blemish the very face of Thassera with their existence. Tadawa chuckles, but his sneer is completely devoid of mirth. The degree of their guilt may vary, but they both deserve to enter the blazing bowels of the Phesmophorius for the worst of their transgressions, distorting the sacred face of humanity. But since fate has graced us with such lofty visitors, I eagerly cede the right to punish these miscreants to you, your Celestial Highness. Contrary to his honeyed words, the executioner's voice betrays his poorly concealed displeasure. What do you mean by the degree of their guilt may vary? Caldroy fixes you with a fanatical stare. One of them, despite being one of the highest lords of Thassera, spat on a world's customs by refusing to alter his destiny. The other did change his fate, even though he was just a lowborn wallowing in the mud. What in the Lex's name did I just hear? Solomon raises his voice slightly, indicating that the usually impassive arbitrator is profoundly indignant. I normally would have no trouble passing judgment, but in this case, I don't even know where to start. What was the opulently dressed mutant's crime? Ah, a rotten stain upon the noble families. He was hiding in his manor to conceal his deformities, but had trouble keeping his mouth shut, proliferating filth and tracts that he later sent out with his servants. He declared the choice of one's own fate to be slavery, cast aspersions on the very traditions of the world, was insolent, swore profanely, condemned those who had chosen a new destiny. Luckily, he has no heirs, and today, this cursed bloodline shall be put to rest once and for all. The richly garbed mutant moaned something. He noticed stitches on his disfigured face. The zealous servants were evidently in a hurry to silence the condemned man early, and sewed his twisted mouth shut. What did the mutant in a guard's uniform do? A thief, a brigand, and a murderer. There's no way to list all the crimes lying upon this freak's conscience. However, his willingness to change his destiny against all odds merits this mutant at least some honor. Despite his feeble-mindedness and simplicity, he had enough sense to obscure his countenance with hoods and helmets until he made his way from beggar to guard. It was not long before his excessive passion for fighting and stabbing gave him away. The mutant utters a foul curse under his breath, then immediately gives you a frightened look and falls silent. The mere sight of the Celestial Lord seems to instill reverent awe in the common denizens of Thassera. You praise the lowborn mutant despite the vicious acts he has committed. They are both mutants, and have thereby violated his law. Yet, when one finds a spark of nobility in an abject commoner, one cannot help but feel a grain of respect for them. This heretic may be of low birth, but does not flout the values of Thassera the way the nobleman does, and thus honors our traditions and his will. Born into the rabble, he applied all his abilities and skills, defied the restraints placed upon him, and crushed those who stood in his path, all in order to forge a new destiny for himself. Freedom to change destiny. Solomon repeats slowly, with an undertone of utter disbelief at what he is hearing. Even you, a degenerate, should know that everyone has their place in the God Emperor's plan from birth, and that any attempt to change that is a violation of his will. What do you say, Maeve? Which of these two deserves to die? Maeve's gaze darts fearfully around while visibly avoiding the doomed mutants on the platform. I am of too low a birth to take on the burden of being a judge, my celestial lord. I am ready to announce my decision. The word of a distinguished guest is law. We're all trembling with anticipation. Maeve seems to have reined in the emotions that were overtaking her. She casts a timid glance at you as she awaits the verdict. I don't know. Let them both go. The excitement in Tidalwa's eyes fades away. A merciful decision, Your Celestial Highness. Savor the gift of freedom bestowed on us by the holder of the key to all destinies, and by his messenger. Begone, you disgusting spawn. Oh, what clamor! I wager they heard the sound of the poor slaughterman's heart breaking all the way at the other end of Thassera. And now my favorite word. Next. A pale bony creature, barely able to move its legs, enters the stage. In place of a mask, it turns a horrific medley of features toward the world. This ugliness, however, is nothing like that of the previous convicts. The thin, squeamishly twisted mouth is fused to the cheekbones. Malicious eyes peer into the crowd from under hideous folds of skin. The face of this heretic appears to have melted and congealed. What is this heretic guilty of? Executioner does not answer right away, but makes you wait for a moment. His crime is more grievous than any this scaffold has ever seen. He was granted a new destiny, but chose to defy it. He turned away the greatest gift that could be offered to the loyal sons and daughters of Thassera. The wretched man's gaze drifts over the crowd until his piercing eyes meet yours. His head twitches, his face contorting in a monstrous grimace. "Shut up. Shut up before it gets in," he whispers in a sudden frenzy. "I won't give up. I won't give up. I won't." "Oh, no, no, no. We didn't come here for you to stay quiet. Squeal now and squeal louder." The crowd takes up the fool's outbursts and begins demanding more screams. Vela whispers without taking her eyes off the condemned man. "You're not the master of your own shadow. The shadows reign over you. You are alone while they are many. But why?" Where's that blasted court fool? You glance at the crowd, and suddenly see the fool, prancing and flitting among the gawkers, really trying not to be spotted by you. Not a Solomon. It's time to teach this gathering a lesson. Without uttering a word, the arbitrator draws his weapon. A shot rings out. A deafening shriek rises from the throng of people. You catch sight of the badly wounded fool disappearing into the crowd. Maeve cries out in horror and immediately clasps her mouth with both hands, trying to lock her voice inside. What happened to his face? Is he another mutant? Thasserian fever. You need not worry, your celestial highness. It is not contagious. Enough deaths. Let him go. As Tadwa opens his mouth to say something, the combat takes a step on his clumsy, spindly legs, and then another one. The face. Pretty, strong, shining. An arc claw points directly at you. Give it here. Give it to me now instead of the one I bear. Take mine. It's not mine. Take it. Take it. Madman raises his crooked fingers to his face and sinks his nails into its sagging flesh. Shrieking what sounds like relief, he tears off a piece of his cheek, then another, and then one more. Falling to his knees, he frantically scratches his own eyes out, smearing blood and clear ichor across his face before collapsing dead on the platform. A sudden rumble draws your attention. Like a rockfall tumbling down a slope, the thudding of feet and mad screams overwhelm you. After a moment, you see the source of the commotion. A throng of mutants is charging straight at you.
I'll make an example out of you.
Give me strength.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. I feel nothing, fear nothing, as the tenets demand.
I'll see to it personally. The best defense is a good offense.
This way! Oh, I can't see. Quick, quick!
Sacrifice will forge our way to victory.
If it serves your cause, fortune favors the swift. If I'm... If it serves your cause.
Understood.
Let's see to it. Don't you dare leave us now!
It will be done. Victory is imminent.
That's gotta hurt.
That's what I get for not reading the descriptions of the enemies.
Just a minor setback.
I know that the feeble mutants
The best
explode now.
defense is a good offense.
For now. I can handle this. Don't touch me. Emperor, protect me.
I can't stand it. Quick, quick!
You will pay an even greater price. The shadows will see it done. Ha! Trust me.
Didn't much carry for the parry, but it's fine.
I'll brush this off. I am ready for whatever comes. Who if not me?
This tedium is beneath. Another soul slips beyond the veil. If it serves your cause.
I will do my duty. Indeed.
Good job, guys.
This way!
Look out. That's gonna hurt.
Ah! Emperor, protect me! Ah! I'll do what it takes. Ah!
An offering of blood.
Alright. Another AoE attack.
The best defense is a good offense.
Keep stacking that and keep parrying and counterattacking.
Just designate a target. Ancestors guide me. My heart sinks with the thrill of battle. I understand your intent.
That's unfortunate. Alright, well. And you're dead.
Bloody Imperium!
Emperor, protect me!
I shall not
Reduced to dust!
trust me.
As the tenor death is a blessing. Follow my lead.
I hear you moving, no more.
There we have it. Easy peasy. Your Celestial Highness, apologies for my late arrival. I wasted a great deal of time in idle squabbles with that oaf of a treasurer, so he's looking for the shipment chronicle. When I heard about the attack after it had already begun, the elevator might as well not have been moving at all. It was so slow. The treasurer, the elevator, you can blame next, Governor. Are you the ruler of this world or a casual onlooker? You'll take measures immediately and restore order. I'll conclude that you are sabotaging the rogue trader's visit, either by intent or simply due to your own ineptness. The governor babbles in fear. I never thought... He takes a deep breath. The culprits, of course. The culprits will face execution post-haste, my celestial lord. Survey the square. An oppressive silence hangs over the previously bustling plaza. The people are taking in the carnage, clearly avoiding looking at you, but still catching your every word. You notice Maeve standing nearby, gazing around her with horror in her eyes. Find those responsible and bring them to me. The condemned mutants broke loose and attacked the townsfolk. It has been a long time since anything like that happened, Your Celestial Highness. You must have sniffed out that today is a special day. Executioner's lip curls, split by a blow during the fight. The commander is responsible for guarding them. He got careless. His armor rattling, one of the knights steps forward. I am Lucra, commander of the fortress. I can attest that the ungodly mutants were restrained properly. It's the Phesmophorius. Smoke whipped the brutes into a frenzy. So it's either the commander or the executioner, is it? Then I shall now make my decision. My celestial lord, I swear on my life that my knights and I did everything we could to keep you safe. Who could have foreseen that the Phesmophorius, after gorging itself on miscreants, would start driving the mutants mad with its smoke? Lies. Phesmophorius does not taunt heretics. It fills them with terror. To shift the blame for your own failure onto a sacred weapon of justice is a heinous crime in and of itself. There's been enough death. I will order no executions. The commander and the executioner stop their bickering and turn their eyes to you in astonishment. They quickly recover, however, and offer you their deepest bows, maintaining solemn silence. You're our savior today, your celestial highness, and in gratitude, please accept this personalized sword from my treasury. Fatebringer once decided the outcome of one of our feuds. It killed a rebel leader, and peace has reigned on the planet ever since. Primitive sword. Thwarters attacks with this sword ignore the target's armor. Which is pretty good. Yeah, thank you, Geraldo. Accept the gift. Governor bows at your feet. Look at Maeve. After putting herself in order, Maeve catches your eye and looks away shyly. Her lips bear a poorly concealed smile of relief. It appears your celebration is over, Governor. Not the least. I'll not let some beast ruin everything we have worked so hard to prepare. I suggest we distance ourselves from this place and return to our corner of revelry and peace. By your leave, I'll be waiting for you at the head table. Oh God, Emperor, give me strength. Swallowing noisily, the governor hurriedly departs the scene of slaughter. It amazes me that idiot just underpaid the tithe and did not somehow lose the whole planet as well. Salamorn pauses, pensively watching the governor leave. Fine. A feast it is. I'm sick of the stench of burnt meat. Let's try a change of scenery. Her face pale, Maeve raises a hand. My celestial lord is only a few steps away. The noble lords are already lifting their glasses in their savior's honor, awaiting your arrival. Shall we proceed? Alright, I'm going to call it here, and next time we will loot the square and continue exploring. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.